Thank you. Thank you for reminding. Golgi complex. We'll draw a simpler diagram rather than this one. It's kind of difficult. Again, I will introduce the much more simpler one because in the paper and the tube we put nice colored diagrams. But when you take the paper, they have some line diagrams. Sometimes it is very difficult to understand even. Right. So that's the nature of this kind of work. So this is enough as a diagram. You can draw this diagram for the Golgi complex. It is much more simpler diagram than the one available in your textbook. Okay, the diagram is finished now. We'll look at the information. Membrane bounded sacs again bag වගේ sac කියන මල්ල කියන එක stack on top of the other with associated secretory vesicles are collectively known as Golgi complex. ඒතර සමහර papers වල මේකට Golgi bodies කියලා කියන මොකද පරණ පාවිච්චි කරපු නම Golgi bodies අලුත් එක තමයි Golgi complex. The functions of Golgi complex is the production of secretory substances, packaging and secretion. Right. You can write that sentence as the information. You can start. So whatever the empty spaces, so unfilled areas in your book has to be completed as soon as possible, because next week I'm going to check your books. Histan තියන්න එපා. පන්තියේදී එක එක්කෙනාගේ අරන් පොත් ටික බලනවා මම. ඒ හින්දා මේ හිස්තැන් පුරව ගන්න. blanks තියාගන්න එපා. Okay, I think it is finished now. Then we come to the ribosome, one of the smallest organelle available. Now, when you look at the diagram here, this is the diagram given you in the first book that they printed. ඒ කියන්නේ 2015 16 තිබ්බ පොතේ තිබ්බ diagram එක තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. But later they have altered the diagram. දැන් තියෙන diagram එක ඕක නෙමෙයි, පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනසක් බලමු. එහෙනම් අපි ribosome කියලා topic එක දාලා මෙන්න මේ diagrams දෙකම ඇඳගමු. So that was the previous older diagram. Actually, that represent a ribosome which is attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, taking what right? Till then, bear with me. Then the recent diagram is recently produced diagram is this one. Right. Both are the representations of ribosome. දෙකම ribosome එකේ තියෙන diagram. මේක මේ wall එකකට වගේ ඇලවිලා තියෙනවා. This is an individually retaining ribosomes. You can draw both of them as the diagram. I'll show you the modern diagram. This one on the textbook එකේ ඇති. මේ තියෙන diagram. Latest diagram. Right. So first you can draw the two diagrams, then we'll discuss it. After finish drawing, you can write the sentences. They are small organelles without membrane. It is made up of a large subunit and a small subunit. They can be found freely in the cytoplasm or attached to endoplasmic reticulum. Their function is to do the protein synthesis process. Again, a protein වර්ග හදනවා. මේක තමයි යා කරන්නේ. Right. You can write it. The information you can write. Okay. So after that, endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. Now, endoplasmic reticulum is kind of a very complex 3D tube network. So you can very clearly see the complexity in this particular diagram. It is a really complex diagram here. It is closer to the nucleus and spreading out, and there are basically represented in two colors. The dark color one, the brown sort of dark purple one, there are dots on it. That is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The rough is due to the attaching of ribosomes onto the surface. When the ribosomes are attached to the surface, we call it the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And the orange color one, there are no such ribosomes attached. So therefore, we call it smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And both of them are assigned with some different functions. So since the diagram is kind of difficult to draw, you can either use the one which is in the book, or you can, I think it is better to draw the one which is in the book, right? This one. Now we can start drawing it. This one, the blue color diagram you can draw. This diagram. You can draw this. Not the other one. Okay, time is enough for drawing it. Now we'll go to the note. Here. It is an intermembranous network made up of tubular sacs within the cytoplasm. Endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. They are rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. There are rough duties. These become rough due to ribosomes attached to this membrane. The function of it is the transportation of protein. Now we know ribosomes synthesize proteins. That proteins are transported by the rough endoplasmic reticulum tissue, endoplasmic reticulum organelle. Then smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is a network of tubular sacs without ribosomes on the membrane. Synthesis of lipids and steroids. Again, lipid components are produced within them, which are needed by the cell. So this is the note that you have to write. Right, I think we have finished writing. Then comes the last organelle, vacuole, that we are going to discuss under the organelles, vacuole. You can put the topic, vacuole. So then we can draw a small diagram also to represent vacuoles. So the vacuoles, as you know, are available only in plant cells. In the animal cell, there will be no permanent vacuoles. Rarely there can be temporary vacuoles. So this is the plant cell. So within the cell, large area is occupied by the vacuole. You can draw the diagram vacuole. The wall of the plant cell. Okay, I think the time is enough for you to draw it. Then we'll go back to the note. It is a fluid-filled large organelle found in plant cells, which is surrounded by a membrane. The membrane that surrounds the vacuole is known as tonoplast. The fluid is called the cell sac. It contained water, sugar, ions, and pigments. Pigments can part of it. In animal cell, no permanent vacuoles present, but temporary vacuoles can be found. Contractile vacuoles can be found in unicellular organisms. Functions of vacuole: maintenance of water balance, provision of color, help the plant to stay erect. ඔය තමයි යාගේ duties, right? හොඳයි. එතන මේ ටික අපි note එක හදමු බලන්න. Actually, we wrote the endoplasmic reticulum, right? We have done that. Metic kalan, then vacuole. Right, I think time is enough for the note. And we come to the next topic, cell growth and cell division. Cell growth and cell division. Cell growth and cell division. So now we know about the multicellular organisms and unicellular organisms. So in the multicellular organism, there are large number of cells. So when we were small, the number of cells in our body is a certain value. So when we grow our bodies, the number of cells will also increase. Cells gonna value, right? And again, when you think of a cell, it is starting its origin as an immature cell, and with time, it grows into a mature cell. So that will increase the size and the complexity of the cell, right? So the mature cell will contain all the organelles required by it, and the functionality will be done within the cell, right? Your next subtopic will be cell growth, right? Cell growth. Then you have to draw the diagram on the side. Immature cell growing into a mature cell. A diagrams දෙක පැත්තකට වෙන්න අදින්න. Cell growth කියන එක topic එක දාගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ විස්තරය ලියන්න. මොකද්ද බලමු විස්තරේ? Growth is a basic feature of organisms. It is done by growth of cells. Growth of a cell is the irreversible increase of size or dry mass. So what is reversible? You can bring it back to the starting position. Reversible කියන්නේ නැවත මුල් තත්ත්වයට ගේන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක තමයි සිංහල meaning. Irreversible means you can't bring it to the starting position. Irreversible means you can't bring it to the starting position. නැවත මුල් තත්ත්වයට ගන්න බෑ කියන එක තමයි irreversible කියලා කියන්නේ. Once we grow in size, can we bring back our body to an infant? It is impossible, right? That's the meaning of that. When we think of a single cell, once it grows in size, you can't bring it back to the immature state. But a cell has a maximum limit to grow. Beyond that level, the cell will not grow. Instead, it divides. When the cell is grown to its maximum level, the growth will be stopped, and after that, cell will divide into cell එක දෙකට බෙදෙනවා. හරි, cell එක දෙකට බෙදෙනවා. හරි, ඒකට ඔය diagram එක ඇඳලා cell growth එකට තියෙන note එක තන හදා ගන්න ඕන. හරි, පටන් ගන්න බලන්න. session එක close කරාම I log වෙන්න.